Hi, I'm John. My dad and I love motorbikes. However, we never got to ride together, and in 2020, I lost Dad to cancer. I was devastated and lost my way a little. That wasn't until I had a great idea. I would take the memory of my dad on a motorcycle journey around the coast of Great Britain, and whilst doing it, I would raise money for the hospice that looked after my dad. So here's my journey. Just me, myself, and my dad. Here's what happened.
Well, good morning my friends, to day 17 of me, myself and Dad. Go. 210 miles to do today on the mighty VanVan, and it is quite a cold morning. There's quite a lot of dew, it's quite wet feeling in the air, but it's not raining, and I think it's going to be a fine day for my penultimate day on the trip. Can you believe it? It's 6:30 in the morning. I'll get a super early start because today is going to be one of the potentially longest days of my trip. So it's only 209 miles, but I've had to change the trip a little bit because I was going to do 4 ferry crossings today, and I thought better of it. I thought that's a bit daft because if I keep doing all these ferry crossings, it's going to take loads of extra time. They're all in small towns, and I'll just get to the point where I'm going on these small roads again, and I just won't make any progress. It'll be a super long day, and I do want to get to my destination in reasonable time because I'm meeting the girlfriend, which is going to be superb. Can't wait to see her. Really have missed her. But right now I'm heading towards Fowey. I think it's Fowey. It's a little seaside town, well, little fishing town actually, I believe. But I've been there before. It's beautiful, but I've not been there for many years. But there's a little ferry that runs from 7 o'clock in the morning, so I shall be catching that and crossing that river. And then I have another ferry crossing at Dartmouth. But other than that, I decided to do more sensible roads. So, a bit of everything today. So the ferry starts at 7, and I'm not too far off 7 now. I think it's like 8 minutes to. So I don't know if I'm going to make the first ferry. Ah, ferry, here we are. Is this it? Am I coming in the right place? Yes. You can just see it in the distance, I think. Okay guys, so here comes our ferry. I was just talking to a nice man in this Audi. He's from Hungary originally, but he settled here 17 odd years ago. He catches this little ferry every day. His commute to work. Crazy, huh? But yeah, I said to him, this is probably, for the short distance this ferry goes, it's probably one of the most expensive ferries I've ever seen. But they said they get a local discount, like a local pass, but that's even quite expensive. So, mind you, it's not as expensive as a train into London. So how does this work? Do we just go? This guy is not in there. I was in a queue. Hole. Oh, this is wet. Right there. One ferry crossing over. It's good to get that done. I'm on the other side and now I'm heading to Loo. Lots of lovely little fishing villages on the south coast. Lots and lots of them actually. So you've got Furry, you've got Loo, you've got Polperro, Mevagissey. Oh, there's loads, absolutely loads. Too many to mention. It's really misty up here and it's going all over my visor. I can't really see where I'm going. I have to keep wiping my visor. Haven't really had fog since Scotland. Since the day we went up to John O'Groats. That was serious fog. I couldn't see anything. Ah yes, look at that. Cornish sunrise. Beauty. Wonderful. Oh, cold. Oh. This is a nasty junction. This has got instant death written all over it, this one. But I think we'll go after these boys. Yep. Nice. Yeah, when you're cold, fast roads, that's what you need. Ah. Heated grips, John, for your next journey. Heated grips. So so many things that I would do different next time. Oh well. So apparently there are services here. Oh god, there's somewhere for me to dip in and get a breakfast. That'll be absolutely superb. Right. Oh my god, I feel so damp. Okay. My poor hands. Right, guys, I'll see you in a bit. Bye. It's just not my day today. They don't have any coffee. Let's try Costa instead. Hopefully these guys have coffee. You'd imagine they do. Okay guys, so I've had a nice coffee, ham and cheese toasty from this very friendly Costa coffee. Very friendly one, it's a good one. I think hopefully it's warmed up a little bit. Heading down into the coast now, which is nice. So hopefully we'll have quite a nice morning and afternoon of it. Motorcycles. Okay, so how much is the toll? Honestly, I've no idea. Free. Okay, thank you. Great. That's jolly handy. Oh god. I was going to get squashed by a car and a lorry. Okay, so motorcycles are free, that's good. Lovely. So I'm just on the outskirts of Plymouth now, and that sun, oh, it feels so good. Okay, I think this is something I put on my route on purpose because I think it's quite interesting. If we are where I think we are, which I think we are, I think. We are. It's a really interesting piece of road that that has the sea on one side, and on the left side is like a salt marsh. So it seems like you're driving down just like a little spit of land in the middle. Okay guys, so here we go. Check this out. Look at this. Okay, maybe not a photo opportunity, but look at this. So we've got the sea, and then you've got like a salt marsh over there. Bizarre, right? So I really didn't know what today was going to be like. I thought maybe I'd have lots of scum on the old Lenser, lots of crappy little roads and all that sort of stuff, but man oh man, it's been glorious. I'm going to turn you around, you've got to see back here as well. Look at this. Just incredible. But no, it's been a glorious day. I mean, now that I can feel my fingers, that helps. But yeah, what a beautiful, beautiful morning's riding. And I think actually the rest of today is going to be, I think it's going to be good. What a beautiful beach. And my dad taught me how to skim stones. I don't think he'd be too impressed with that effort, especially with the quality of the skimming stones on this beach and the calmness of the sea. I blame the stones, they're too light. I need something a bit heavier, because I'm just so muscly and strong. I don't know if you guys can see it, but just down there there's a couple of people paddleboarding, and the sea looks like velvet. Oh, I'd love to be out there with my paddleboard today. What a lovely thing to be doing. Interesting, it says higher ferry and lower ferry. It seems like we're taking the one to Peyton, which is higher ferry. Not sure what the difference is. Here we go, on to another ferry. The top right?
Right,
top.
Where it says motorcycles.
Oh, I see. Yep, thank you. Where it says motorcycles. Yeah, to be fair. Not that obvious if you haven't been it before. Please stay in your vehicles. I can stay on my vehicle. It's really starting to warm up now. I might have to take off a layer when I get to the other side. God, what a beautiful place. Look at this. It's amazing seeing the steam train in the distance. Oh, it's the Morgan. I like that. nowhere really to stop here and put my gloves back on, so hopefully they stay on the back of the bike. They're in my cargo net, so they should be alright. So yeah, we'll just make our way up here and see if we can't stop, put our gloves on. Still not found somewhere to stop and put gloves on. Yep, they're still behind me, which is good. Haven't lost them just yet. So guys, this is Goodrington Sands. No, this is Paynton. No, I'm in Paynton. Didn't even realise. Well, we used to come here when I was a child. Yeah, gosh. Ha! Yeah, we used to come here when I was a kid on holiday. When I was quite young. I used to like those camping holidays. Oh, bloody hell, this brings back some memories. Oh, God, it's like electricity through the brain seeing all this. Motorcycles. So I just yeah, I've just been standing here for a little while, taking some pictures and use the facilities. God, yeah, real trip down memory lane being here in Paynton. Yeah, bonkers actually. Real loads of memories, not been here for probably, oh no, 30 years. Something like that. But while I was standing there, a guy started talking to me. He said, oh, he saw the stickers on my top box. He said, yeah, they're all the places you've been. And I said, yeah, I've gone around the country now. And he's saying, that's good. And he said, why did you do it, if you don't mind me asking? James, his name was. Hi James, have you ever watched this? Nice talking to you, my friend. But he said, why do you do this? And I told him the story, you know. And every time I tell the story about why I do it, it's God, I find it hard not to hard not to cry, you know. It's so emotional for me. Just get really upset. But anyway, I was talking to him. I don't know. Don't even know what I'm trying to say. Oh, I thought a bike would let me out. Ah, polo lady. Thank you. Anyway, he asked me why I did it, and he said, you're a legend, mate, all like this. And I said, I don't know about that. And he said, God, if you're doing this, your dad must have been something. And I said, look, yeah, if I said that to be half the man my dad was, I'll be happy, you know. Oh dear. Yeah, my dad was quite something, that's for sure. Oh. Right, okay. That's enough of that. Put yourself together, John. Fuel lights on, let's get some fuel. This video, everyone's going to think I'm just a crying mess all the time. I'm like that guy off the pottery show. Hell, I'm a biker, I don't watch pottery shows. Whatever, okay. Okay. In other news, while I'm not bawling my eyes out, is summer gloves are on, some layers are off, and I'm feeling very good about this weather. Oh, that looks like some fuel. I think I'll have a bit of that action. Nice Porsche. There's no VanVan.
obviously got a bit emotional on the road there, and then ran out of GoPro battery. So quite a lot's happened. I've made it through all the way from like Torquay and Payton and whatnot, all the way up to Exeter now. So I'm now at Exeter Services, and just going to go in and get some lunch. I don't really want like a Burger King or anything, so we'll see what they've got. Let's go. I haven't seen an avocado in about 3 weeks. That's exciting. This is quite exciting. So I found avocado and egg breakfast roll. Don't care that it's breakfast. Mango and lime. Easy greens, just green smoothie. Coconut water, cucumber, apple, spinach, pineapple, kale, mint and lime. And a garlic and herb swirl. It cost a fortune, but I don't care because it's like hipster food, and I'm so excited. Right guys, so I'm fed and watered, and a new GoPro battery. Yeah, as I say, GoPro battery on the last stint, it ran out ages ago. I've been through loads of nice roads, loads of nice views. It's just the way it goes sometimes. But we're back on the road, so we're about halfway through our journey, so we've still got a long way to go. It's 2 o'clock, so I'm hoping to make some jolly good progress now. Hi guys, and welcome back. So I've arrived, I've checked in, and it's a very nice place, very cool. Let's flip you around. Hello. No, very cool place. Bikes all locked up and that's all done, which is great. But what a day. I mean, the weather has been incredible. I mean, this whole part of like the Cornish and then sort of Devon into Dorset coast has just been absolutely stunning. Quite nostalgic as well in places. But obviously the day started really misty. I mean, it was so misty. My hands felt like icicles. Goodness me. The my gloves, they're supposed to be waterproof. They're supposed to have a waterproof membrane. They're not waterproof. All the mist sort of penetrated them, and my hands got drenched, and then basically they just turned into ice cubes. Visibility was terrible as well, but then obviously greeted with a hell of a sunrise, which was really good. After that Costa coffee, really warmed up, and then then the day got a lot better, and it was just great. It felt easy today. Not easy on my butt. My butt is destroyed. I don't think I'm going to be able to sit on a bike again for quite some time. But no, it went really well today. I had a few hiccups with my route, as I have done throughout the entire journey. But I try not to film those this time because they just put a bit of a downer on everything, don't they? Yeah, no, really, really good day. Quite nostalgic, really, and what a beautiful coastline we have down here on the south. And of course, it's our penultimate day, so tomorrow's my last day. That's really quite difficult to get my head around, that I'm not going to be on my bike every day quite soon. But anyway, let's change perspective, and I'll show you where I went today. So, gosh, guys, my map's nearly done. Could you believe it? So it was quite a higgledy-piggledy day in the beginning. So I came over here to Fowey, which where my first river crossing was. That was a really short, actually they were both quite short ferry trips today. But then I came down past like Porpero and Loo, all the way up to around Saltash sort of area, and I darted around Plymouth, and then I came all the way down here, and I came up this coastline here, which is all like the Devon coastline here now, sort of Torquay, Brixham, Paynton, all around there. Absolutely wonderful, all the way up to Exeter, which is where I ended up having my lunch, and that's the first taste of healthier food that I've had in a while, and that felt very good. That was like a straight shot basically all the way over here, so it was very sort of higgledy-piggledy, but literally I just did this sort of thing. Actually, where was my other river crossing? It was at Dartmouth. Where's Dartmouth? Do you know what? I can't even see it on the map. Do you know what? Don't worry about it. It's over here somewhere. So I came all the way over here. It was really past Bridport. I remember Puddletown. And then I came all the way over to like Poole and Bournemouth. Bournemouth being down here. And then I kind of kicked up at the end past Lymington to the New Forest, which is where I am now. So all in all, 213 miles done. And as you can see, I've only got this very small little bit to do. I'm going to do Isle of Wight tomorrow and then come back over to Seaford where I started. So it's going to be a short one tomorrow, so I'm not going to know myself. Still got to start relatively early though, so I'm still going to miss breakfast, which makes me very unhappy, but that just is the way it is. So, so there we go. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say, to be honest. It was just a beautiful day's riding. It didn't really have too much jeopardy today. Wasn't really searching for fuel. The infrastructure's all here. The roads are okay. Didn't do any stupid little roads for a change. Yeah, it was just a really good day, to be honest. A long day, but a good day. So with that, I think we'll end it, and yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow, which is my last day. So as always, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you really loved it, subscribe, and yeah, stay safe, folks. And I'll see you for my last day, next episode. Crazy. Take care, guys. Goodbye.